100%. I look how I feel about it now. It's like 30 degrees Celsius. I should have filmed everything that just happened then, but I just don't have 17 million hands. We had an exciting moment the other day. We ordered a long-range fuel tank and a new exhaust system for the car. But it means that we have to get the car ready to put a new fuel tank in. And I guess the first step for that was getting the old fuel tank out. And I'm gonna flip the camera around right now and just show you where I'm at. Oh my God, I don't know how people do this. This was such an effort. All the hoses were rusted on. Turned out the jack stands I had in there were in the wrong spot. What a mission. It's so exciting. We never even thought this was going to happen. Finally, we had our fuel tank delivered. It's big and it's black and it's plastic and it's heavy. I feel like it's got more protective stickers on it than anything else we've ever ordered. Do not stack, do not cut shrink wrap, fragile. I should have checked it before the guy gave me the thing.
We just got our new long-range fuel tank from Manafre, so now we're going through all the contents of the box to make sure we have everything for the kit, because if we don't, we need to let them know so they can send us new things. We're going to try to install it today, but it seems a little tricky, so it might take us more than one day to figure this out. We'll see.
Right now I'm putting the brass fittings into the side of the tank where all like the fuel breather hoses and pressurized hoses and stuff like that go. It's one of those things where these instructions are pretty vague and I can't find any videos or anything else on the internet about these Manafre fuel tanks. So I'm like kind of cautious as to like how far I should put them in, because I know that brass gets damaged if this is steel. We also supposedly have to blow this out with air, and we don't have an air gun. So we're gonna have to come up with some solution for that. I just installed the brackets in the car, and I'll show you that now. I bought some of the, used to be called Teflon tape. It's called PTFE tape now. And this is one that is used on gas. So it should be okay with the fuel and shouldn't deteriorate or anything like that. This fuel tank's been powder coated and sprayed and everything since the holes and everything were drilled in it. So it makes it really hard to screw these things in.
When we first got our car, we drove up to New Hampshire to get a roof rack, which didn't work out, but on the way, our car broke down. So we found some awesome mechanics in the middle of nowhere, Massachusetts. They helped us out immensely and got our car fixed. Unfortunately, they found a huge leak in our gas tank and there was no way to fix it. So when we got back, we used a gas tank sealer to put sort of a band-aid on the situation. So you can see here where we used the gas tank sealer to mend the gas tank temporarily until we had enough money to get the new fuel tank. We found that they had long-range fuel tanks available for our car, and we thought that would be a really good idea for the amount of driving that we do. We haven't removed our new fuel tank from the wrapper yet, but I just wanted to show you guys a side-by-side so you can get a feel of the difference in size and construction. The old fuel tank is 23.8 gallons and the new fuel tank holds 38 gallons. So the difference in size is about 14 gallons.
We're getting ready to put the fuel tank in. To do that, there's a whole heap of annoying steps that we have to do first. One of them is extending the fuel sending unit. So this is a brand new fuel sending unit, and basically it sends the fuel level from the tank to the little dial on the dash so that I know whether the tank's empty or full. And because this tank's a lot deeper than the original fuel tank, I need to extend this, and the instructions say I have to extend it by 5 inches. I don't have any welding equipment, and it says you can weld or braze. I've bought myself some non-electrical repair solder. I don't think you got that in. I don't know whether this is going to work or not. I'm hoping it will. All of the things that it's made of are conductive. I used to be a jeweler, so this is in theory something that I should be able to do really easily because this doesn't have to look pretty. It's going to sit inside a fuel tank. The other issue that I have is this is the only torch that I have. Technically, this is not hot enough to be doing this sort of work. This is the way that we kind of go with a lot of things, whereas I don't have the tools to do things, and I should have bought a welder years ago, and I should have bought a hotter torch years ago, and I haven't, but this is what we're going to do right now. And this is all that we have to work with. So at the moment, all I've done is I've grabbed the drill with a little bit of a wire brush on it, and I've roughed up the section where I'm going to cut this and then extend it with this wire that was with this wire that was supplied in the kit. I've set up in front of me some just bricks that have been laying around the front yard, and the reason I'm putting it on bricks is because I want to put it on something that isn't going to absorb away the heat too much, because as I said, I don't have a hot enough torch, and I don't want to put anything that's conductive on it. I'm also going to go and get a rag, and I'm going to wet it, and I'm going to wrap this piece of plastic, because I feel like I'm going to have to be putting so much heat into this area, and I really don't want to damage this piece of plastic, which is definitely not going to be able to withstand any heat, and I can't take it off. If I could take it off, I would. So yeah, I'll grab a wet rag, I'll set myself up with the torch and the solder, and I'll measure out the 5 inches on this that I want to cut it, and then I'll show you guys what I'm going to do. If there's a better way to do this, you guys can comment down below and tell me that I'm an idiot, but it's definitely different to making jewelry, so.
What do you do when you make jewelry? How would you do this?
Well, I'd oxidize it and then I'd make markings, but I don't want to oxidize this because then I don't have any flux. So for anyone out there, flux is something that you can use. It kind of comes in a paste form or something like that, and flux reduces oxidization at red heat temperatures, which allows the solder to stick to the metal better because there's no oxidization on it. I don't want to oxidize this metal because I don't have any flux, so I'm going to have a crack at doing it without flux. I bought this on Amazon. I'm not a big Amazon review guy, but this is not great. Really not great. So the trick is that we want to do is like make sure that this heats up the two pieces really, really evenly. Ugh, this thing sucks. As this part heats up, it should the solder should run down that little gap there. If I can get the metal hot enough. So the answer to that little experiment is it didn't work. I probably need a hotter torch and I need flux, because that's really black, which is oxidization, and flux doesn't stick to oxidized metals. So yeah, win. So given the situation in the world right now, we're about to attempt a Home Depot curbside pickup so I can pick up a torch to have a go at this brazing tomorrow. Sitting in a queue right now in traffic outside in Home Depot because I feel like everyone else had the same idea. But let's check this out.
Turn right.
Online order? Online order, yeah. No worries, thanks. It is pickup code 427514. Thanks so much.
easy, wasn't it?
It was that easy. Thank you so much.
Give it to a survey to help us out.
No worries, thank you.
Here, disinfect it.
I'm just gonna put this in here and I'll disinfect my hands. My hands are kind of dirty.
Next time on Nomad Effect.
I'm sweating.
This is not easy.